Hey guys, and welcome to Arcane Assist. This week, it's myself, Evan, and John playing some Menoth versus Trollbloods with a list that John had the Troll Facebook group make. So, why don't you run us through that first, John?
Yeah, sure. I put a vote on Trollblood's Facebook group, and
Well, tried to put a poll up.
okay, yeah, I tried to put a poll up,
Some
and I found
issues.
out the issue was my iPad does not allow polls, so I had to do it through my phone. So after Fab helped me out there, I was able to fix that, and I came up with the vote was Jarl. So I got Jarl, Runebear, Bomber, Power Troll. That's a bad group. Misspeaker, Fellcaller, Minstone, and then Northcan Elder. Max Champs with Scaldy, 2 units of Fire Eaters, and 2 units of Bear Handlers, and a min unit of Long Riders in the theme Storm of the North.
Minstone.
Always.
Minstone.
All my lists have Minstone. There's a discussion going on in phase.
So my list is with Thyra, Flame of Sorrow, in the Guardians of the Temple theme. I've got Blood of Martyrs, her character check, pretty sweet, good little beater. Has sidestep, which is freaking awesome. Devout, Vigilant. I got Pyrrhus as a free solo, as well as Nicaea, or however you would like to say that word. I got a rack and a vassal mechanic. The vassal is just great for scoring those flags, although this scenario we will be playing today doesn't have any. I have 2 maximum units of Temple Flame Guard with unit attachments, 1 minimum unit with unit attachment, a unit of Daughters of the Flame, which get ambush in this particular theme, and a unit of Flame Guard Cleansers. So it's a lot of steady, tough dudes who are just going to try to grind you down over time, and they do a lot more work than they really mean to with Silence of Death on them. So, with that said and done, we're going to get into deployment. So, here we are doing some deployment. You can see how many freaking models there are on the table. It's a lot. Thyra's going to go right in the middle with her battle group, and you might notice that we're playing one of the CID scenarios called Invasion, which is going to have that square zone in the middle with the 2 objectives on either side of it, as well as the 2 circular zones in the left and right sides of the table. In terms of terrain, we got some burning earth in the bottom zone and a fog between the middle zone and the circle. Acid bath on the left-hand side with John's theme benefit snow clouds there.
They're not clouds. They're actually snow drifts.
Yeah. They're
You can see through them. They're not clouds.
you can see through them.
Yeah, they're just snow drifts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But don't they give you concealment if you're...
They give me
Okay.
concealment if you're immune to cold.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a forest in the middle of the table, and a water feature in the top right, and a house in the top left, as well as a trench pretty far into John's side of the table. So that's what the table looks like. I'm just doing my deployment here. I have a lot of dudes. Thyra's deploying in the middle with her battle group, hoping to get those jacks into the center zone and start scoring fairly early. Cleansers are going to take over the bottom hand side of the table, spray whatever they can, do their work, and then Temple Flame Guard are just going to line the middle and top sides of the table. Essentially, the plan is pay attention to ambushers. I know I'm going to lose a lot of models to those bears that are going to probably ambush in. I'm unsure at this point whether or not they're going to be in the top or the bottom, but I know I have to play pretty wide with this list just due to the volume of models I have. Thankfully, I'll also have my own ambushers that John is going to have to watch out for. But yeah, Temple Flame Guard all along the line there.
Yeah, I mean, it's sitting at 40+ models, small bases on that line.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's actually pretty scary, and they can hit pretty hard when Evan puts what is it?
Silence of Death.
Silence of Death on them.
In combination with some CMAs.
Yeah, they're pretty accurate too. You got Carnage as a spell on that list too, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm a little scared of all these units. So my plan is to have my champions contest between that house and forest as much as I can most of the game. Try to funnel you in so you can't get as many charges as possible on them. So try to limit your charges. I want to have my tough low down in these bottom zone here. Hoping they'll be able to get to your spray dudes before I get sprayed down a couple turns. Because you definitely have a mini feat, right? That's pretty scary.
Yep, makes them spray 10.
Yeah, so that's pretty scary. I got my Bomber, Pyro, and Jarl in the middle of the table. I got my Stones coming up behind them, and my Fellcaller, and my Misspeaker. So basically, I'm hoping to control the forest side down and still be able to contest top zone And the way Evan has this set up, I'm hoping to control the bottom zone all game with trying to stay away from the top zone because he has 2 units of little dudes that can pack a punch. So over Evan's AD.
I have Nisia and a rack. The way I typically deploy the rack in this list is I will deploy it directly in front of Thyra in such a way that she can walk past it without being in the blast, because she has acrobatics, so she can just walk over top of it without much issue, and then it'll be perfectly behind her for whenever she needs to use it.
So my AD is 2 units of fighters, 2 units of bears. I typically always ambush 1 bear and have 1 bear deployed because I like having the threat of deployment with the stone up the middle of the table. They threat the zone. It's pretty scary, and if I put a quicker on them, they threat down the table. So I put 1 unit of bears on the side of the table. I'll put 1 unit beside in front of my bomber. My fighters spread out so I can choose which way I want to send them if I let them on fire. And yeah, that's basically my AD.
All right, so to my first turn. Thyra gets her 6. She's going to go first. She's going to put Gates of Death on herself. I'm going to put Silence of Death onto the unit with the beige bases on the top-hand side. I figure that they're going to probably have to go against some champions, and depending on the ambush, some bears. So they're going to get the +2 strength and takedown. And then I kind of want to put Occultation onto the cleansers, just because they're not getting tough from the theme benefit, and the Occultation is going to make it harder for the bomber to throw some bombs at them. Although he does have eyeless sight, so he'll have to make use of that if he wants to shoot the cleansers properly. Vigilant and Devout are just going to run up, be base to base, make a little pod for where Thyra's going to go when she Gates of Deaths at the end of the turn. And Blood of Martyrs is just going to run up as well. Mechanic's probably going to pop in behind them, be ready to repair them if they take any damage, and these Temple Flame Guard are going to have to just kind of make their way around this water. I don't want to put them too far forward just in case they get shot, a couple of stray shots, but I want to put a couple forward just so that if John wants to go for them, he can, but I'm going to have some kind of retaliation in return. This black unit is on ambush duty, so they're going to the top. They're going to be ready to take an ambush next turn if it happens to come from this side of the table. Because you got to pay attention to those ambushers or else they're going to ruin your day. They're just going to not be fun.
So going to this matchup, I'm assuming you realize I was playing Jarl eventually. Is there any ideas or how you want to play this matchup? Or is it just like throw low dudes as much as you can, try to score out scenario?
Typically, the play with this list is attrition, so it's way better, I've found, in scenarios with flags, because I can just completely block you off of flags with bodies. So I can put Pyrrhus base to base with some TFG and just have 2 layers of them there. He is basically immune to damage unless you have magical weapons, and you're not just going to shoot him off with a stray bullet unless you have a magic gun like Jarl does, and his 2 full layers of Temple Flame Guard are going to prevent you from contesting. Pyrrhus is just running up behind that black unit and is going to be invincible, more or less. And that's my turn.
Yeah, so it's over to me. Asking a few questions here, checking some spells here. Magic Bullet is a thing.
Talk to us about how Magic Bullet is a thing.
It's a thing because...
What does Magic Bullet do, John?
So Magic Bullet, if I hit a model, I can automatically do a POW 12 to a model within 4 of it. It's a POW 12. I've double-checked it a few times. We checked it during this game. It's so currently how I'm looking is Jarl can walk 6, hit this one Jack right there that I'm measuring to, and Magic Bullet into Thyra, your caster, which is dice off 2.
Yep. So basically, thanks to you're about an inch within threat.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm speed 6. I shoot 12. I fire strike for free, so I shoot 16.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 20. 8 plus?
It's 16 because you deploy 10. You walk 6.
Yep.
You shoot 16. So that's 32 in itself. So it's 36 off of a target that you can shoot. So
Yeah,
with the additional 4 inches. And that's not even including the base size of the Devout. So you get basically another 1.5 inches off of that. So it's more like 35.5 inches.
So it's quite a long range for like a quick. I can go for this assassination. Or like, what do I lose right now? And honestly, I don't lose anything. I also debated about putting a magic bullet out twice. Caster goes, magic bullet himself shoots, magic bullet again shoots, and I can magic bullet a fire eater who would spray the jack, and then it would bounce into your caster as well. Dice off 2.
Yep,
and
they're all
camping
POW 12,
0.
so they're dice off 2s.
So they're camping 0.
I'm camping 0 because it's first turn. I put out all my upkeeps.
So it's a possibility I can kill him this turn. We talked it over a bit. I'm trying to do the math.
It's so assuming everything you roll is a 7, it happens, but that's just not how dice work.
Correct.
So it's not reliable in the slightest.
So I figured that I will just get work done instead and still just maybe shoot magic bullet twice and see how much damage I do to your caster. If I do enough damage, your caster might be afraid the rest of the game and has to play passive.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's not really what she wants to do because she has some spells that she wants to upkeep and cast.
Mm-hmm.
So Runeberg goes, Harmonious. My first turn, you guys always know how I am. It takes a while for me to get going here. So I decided to do the fire eaters first. The Potters want to shoot this guy in the back. Hey, I hit. Dice off 6. Okay, I roll boxcars.
You crank
cool.
the damage
Tough
on
check.
your own dude.
He toughs. Okay, cool.
But
So
lights the unit on fire.
The unit's on fire and he's on 1 box. Okay, so good start, John. Dice are going to do well. I figured I would just take this solo in the middle of the table out. It could be a trap. I'm not 100% sure. So these guys are just going to walk 6, be within 6 of this chick. Make sure I can spray her down.
Yep.
I got 3 chances to hit 8 on 3 dice. I hit, and the damage is
it's dice it's dice -1, so you take her right out.
Yeah, I do 5. So take her out in first spray. Fire eaters might die. They're pretty far up the table, but I'm thinking it might be a turn 1 feat for Jarl. So Jarl's going to walk 6 straight up the board. He's magic bullet. I'm measuring fire strike for free. Pay 2 for magic bullet. I need 6s to hit this jack. I hit. Magic bullet into your caster. POW 12. I do like 3 points of damage. Not much. I rolled damage for the jack. Did some. I did a second shot. Magic bullet. I hit. POW. Dice off 2. Magic bullet. I rolled boxcars in this one.
Yeah.
So I did 10. So I've done 13 to your caster.
So Thyra is sitting on 2 boxes on the bottom of 1.
So I'm like, okay, I'm 1 feet now. So I can't lose my turn here. So let's see what I get. How many clouds? I get 6 clouds. Here I go. So this is...
So you take some time to place these out.
Yeah, the reason I'm taking some time is these guys can... They're only speed 5, but her feet allows them to do a 2-inch placement. And then walk 5. And they have a mini feat that can spray 10.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, okay, I better make sure I can place these clouds where I can protect myself. And also it's -2 to hit to live in models when you're inside of it. So you're only at 5 with these guys. And Jarl's within 3 of them. So I'm like, okay, I'm camping 1. Maybe his dice could spike and put me on fire and I could die myself. So I'm hoping to just place these clouds where the 3 guys go in the clouds are at 3 and needing 12s to hit my caster. So, because he's a 15-15 caster. So I'm like, okay, cool. I should be safe, but you never know. Dice do happen, as we just seen. So that's 3 of my clouds. Now I'm looking to where I want to put the rest of the clouds. I usually control 12, but because of Rune Barrel, I am 14, which is one of the greatest changes ever. So we're just talking. I'm measuring. It takes some time to play because I want to see where the rest of my army will go behind it as well. So yeah, Evan's like, okay, I think this cloud's a little farther. So I decided to, okay, let's measure this. So that's the 4 clouds, the bottom half of the table. So that's
you have 2 more.
I do
Where would you put them?
Oh, they're going to the top zone. Unfortunately, they're going to have to overlap and whatever. I'm like, man.
You end up just putting 1 in the forest to give me some -2 to attack rolls.
If you happen to go in the forest.
Yeah.
I'm okay, man. I've had enough. I have a cloud wall that goes from this house to the forest. This forest all the way down to this basically bottom zone.
That cloud wall is probably about like 3 feet long.
It's insane.
It's a pretty big cloud wall.
It's
honestly.
pretty insane. My stone walks up, does Awakened Spirit, rolls for 1. I want to pop that aura, so it's a 4-inch aura. Fire is just going to walk up. I'm debating where I want them. These guys can still engage me, which is scary, because like you can still engage me, which is scary, because they can get the 2-inch placement. The 2-inch placement, and they can run 12 because they're speed 6 with 2-inch reach. So I don't want to be engaged because my fighters, I feel like, are going to do some work for me. So I decided to move my fighters a little farther back and just run my champions up to have more of a threat next turn, because my champions are supposed to be jamming that zone all game. So I almost forgot about the ambushing unit. So I got to make sure I measure that I can't get ambushed and get killed by these daughters. So I asked Evan, what's her threat by running an engagement? And it's 17.
Yeah, so they either deploy at 3, then charge 10 and have a half-inch reach for 13.5 melee threat, or if they deploy at 3 and then run, they can be 17.5. So they won't be hitting on that turn, but they can engage some things, which is also a problem for John.
Yeah, I don't want to be engaged at all. So I'm forced to be in the middle of the table. As you can see where that ruler is up there, that is how far they can run and engage. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just going to try to play jam-packed in the middle as much as I can, and hopefully turn 2 I can just explode and kill as much as I can. So I give guidance to my bomber. Don't really need to. Bomber's on fire strike. He's going to deviate from that white dice. It goes
exactly
forward,
where you need it to.
and it clips 4 guys. This is exactly what I wanted. Sweet. I'm a POW 8. Your armor 15?
14.
Need 7s. I boosted all of them.
All but one.
All but one. And I'm like, okay, so I boost this one. And I'm like, I'm going to hard roll a 7 kill. I killed 4 of them.
Yep.
Can't reload because I'm full in fury. But I'm like, well, half that unit's wiped out. That's pretty good. So now I'm like, where did my tough low go? These spray 10s are pretty scary. I thought about repositioning them, but then I don't have anything that I can like follow up in these flame dudes, especially when my fire eaters can't do damage to you. So I actually have to go up in the middle of the board and hopefully just survive the sprays that's going to come at me. So that is my turn. That is my almost assassination and then my huge cloud wall for Evan to deal with.
Yeah, those double ones you just rolled there were like, what if I had taken that third shot?
Yeah,
it wouldn't have done damage.
It wouldn't have done damage. Wouldn't have done nothing. So it's over to Evan. Evan?
So, heading into my turn 2, I have a bit of a problem. So, these clouds are blocking a lot. But basically what I'm going to do is move up and jam with my Temple Flame Guard as much as possible. Make a wall, essentially, around the top zone. I'm ambushing my daughters on the top side because I think I have a pretty good bead on John's stone unit this time around. So that not this turn, but the next turn, I'll be able to deal with that and take it off the table, so no more +2 strength or speed. I remember Apparition with Blood of Martyrs this turn, so he's going to be able to get Pathfinder from the objective, walk through the forest, and start stabbing some Fire Eaters. And yeah, we're going to just work with what we got. I also get, with the Cleansers on the bottom hand side, the ability of just targeting my own guys with the sprays to go through the clouds, because the way sprays interact with clouds is pretty interesting, in that typically with terrain, so with forests, obstructions, and hazards, a spray would stop when it goes 3 inches through or blocks line of sight to the target, but that doesn't work with clouds. So I can still target my own guys, go through the clouds, and hit the Long Riders or the Fire Eaters if I'd like, but it wouldn't work with a cloud like that Burning Earth down there because that is a hazard. So that hazard will block the sprays. So, I'm basically going to use my own guys as firing beacons, and the one guy that goes into the cloud is likely not going to hit a Long Rider, but we'll deal with that. And they're still not likely to kill Long Riders because they're dice off 6 with their POW 12 sprays, but we'll take what we can get in terms of shooting. This minimum unit of Temple Flame Guard is basically going to shield wall, mini feet, and walk up, and just be be annoying, be a brick in the middle zone of the table so that John can't really score. Causing some problems to get to the objective, causing some problems because that forest is going to block line of sight and cause some rough terrain issues, and they're just tough, no knockdown infantry that you have to deal with. My feat's also going to clip some guys near the top hand side of the table. So that unit's going to get as far in as possible. They're just going to run in mini feet because Shield Guard's not going to get me far enough up the table to block the champions out of the zone. And that's more or less my goal. Hopefully make some tough checks so that none of the champions can come in. And then that way I'm scoring on the bottom of 2. Because hopefully that entire unit's going to be within that zone. Thyra is now going to basically just be as far away as possible, measuring to make sure I'm out of the kill box, and then moving up the Blood of Martyrs after the feat because he gets the extra 2 inches. Pathfinder walks up. And yeah, just ready to roll.
Go and kill some Fire Eaters.
Missed the first attack. Hit the second one. Grievous Wounds just auto-kills one. He sidesteps just to be deeper. Gonna stab another Fire Eater, because these Fire Eater sprays are actually going to cause a lot of troubles for me. Just because not only do you get multiple fully boosted rolls on my shield wall infantry, even if you happened to not kill them, it'll set them all on fire, which is an issue for next turn when I'm -3 armor and only armor 17 against my fire checks. So these Temple Flame Guard are the ones that are shield walling and mini-feeding up. They're just going to be a nuisance in the middle. I like doing this kind of 2-wave thing, sometimes even 3 waves where you make like the trio and then one behind them, because that way once they kill the first line, you send in the second line. Once they kill the second line, you send in the third line. Hopefully at that point you're winning the attrition game just because you've been able to kill more models more consistently than your opponent. Although with a minimum unit, I think this block of 5 is pretty meaty and is going to take a lot of hits while the leader model and his friends stand in the back for the time being. Unit decliners basically make 2 lines for spraying through each other.
Yeah, so...
Mini feats for spray 10s, so everyone gets a target.
So this is where Evan told me about this whole cloud thing. I'm like, oh, you can't see me. He goes, well, I'm not targeting. I want to target my own guy. And he's like, the sprays go through a normal cloud. It doesn't go through a hazard. So I was like, well, this is a learning experience. Hopefully I don't lose 2 Tuffalows here.
So the gist of it is, I hit this Tuffalo almost every time, but I only do 1 point of damage and set it on fire. And the other one I think I do 3 points to and set on fire as well.
Yeah, it wasn't missing. It was definitely, they're all hitting, which is surprisingly.
I also take 1 shot at the Fire Eater just because this guy can't see anything. He's like, hey, friends, why do you keep spraying me in the back? I don't understand. What's going on?
Yeah, being completely immune to fire is really nice. Where my Fire Eaters are just +5 armor.
Yeah.
So... It's
Although,
really nice.
If your Fire Eaters were immune to fire, then their whole mechanic of being on fire, giving them boosted rolls, wouldn't exactly work because they wouldn't be able to be on fire.
For now.
For now. Well, if they're immune to fire with the coming up changes, they still can't be set on fire. But anyway, not the point.
Yeah. Mute point, you're correct.
Moot point. These Silence of Death Temple Flame Guard are just going to run, so the clouds are irrelevant, so we're pulling them up because they've done their job. Except for the middle one that 5 dudes are standing on top.
And we'll decide. We'll move that later.
We'll move that later.
So this is the point where Evan's like, "I'm jamming the zone. Good luck in through."
Yep, it's gonna. I'm making it hard as possible to get through this wall, essentially, and I'm gonna make it basically impossible for any ambushers to get into the zone. Once you see what I do with the top black unit.
So yeah, so right now the top zone is Evans. Like, there is very little right now I can do to get into that zone. And this is the reason why right here.
So, I just make this stupid
semicircle
of tough no knockdown infantry that's ready to take a charge with their set defense, def 13 going to 15. Just like ready to roll there. And then I put Pyrrhus in behind, basing 2 guys just to be ready to kill some bears once they come around. So they're ready.
Oh, well.
They don't... They know something's coming.
So if I was going to ambush a top zone, I wouldn't be contesting. And that's what my bears are here for, to contest that one zone A2.
Vigilant moves up. Basically, jacks that are big, dumb, and low defense are going to get out of the way of Thyra so she doesn't die to magic bullets.
Yeah, so Evan is from now on staying 4 inches away from anything that he controls.
Basically. Thyra herself this turn actually healed 2.
She's on 4.
And she dropped occultation from the bottom unit and healed for 2. Yeah, so she's on 4 boxes.
And this is where she teleports 6.
She's like, weep.
Staying outside.
Staying outside of the thing.
And staying outside of kill box.
Yep.
So that is Evan's turn. Evan controls the top zone. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to ambush down here.
I'm like, okay, well, that's fair. So we do this kind of thing where I'm mostly controlling the top and you're mostly controlling the bottom.
Yeah, so my plan here is to score this bottom zone. Like, I want this zone, so I have 5 models I need to kill in this bottom zone to control it. And I'm talking to Evan right now about my future, what I want to do in my turn. And he's like, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So first things first, 1 for fire. 1 goes out, 1 doesn't. 1 goes out, 1 doesn't.
Do no damage to the Tuffalo. The pig that took 6 damage on the first turn, I believe, dies?
He dies. He burns. So he's died. He's dead. I got 1 guy left in the unit. He's in the middle of the board. Nothing else is on fire except 1 Tuffalo in the bottom zone. I had a cut for 1 because I forgot to rile my pyro for 1 first turn. So my plan here is score the bottom zone, kill the jack that's in my face. My champions advance, kill some things in that bottom zone, and hopefully overtake in, which is pretty sweet. In the top zone. And I'm not sure I want to do these daughters behind me. It's scary. So first things first, my pyro walks up. He's going to aim, boost to hit the clump of 5. Hits them all. They're all on fire.
Correct.
I boost damage. Doesn't tough. So now he has 4 guys base to base on fire. Hopefully they die next turn. We'll find out. Stone, just going to be turned slightly so these daughters don't get back arcs. Never know. They can always miss. I can't get rid of the threats. I'm so clumped up, I just can't do it. So I roll. I get 2 this turn. Oh, I get 1 again. So the order's only 5. I do +2 strength for warrior models.
Yep.
This is pretty huge because these battle bears are going to charge this jack in front of me. And hopefully at POW 18 and 17, they either kill the jack or cripple enough where it can't do anything next turn. So the battle bears will activate once I proxy it out, make sure I can get 3 inches both sides, and stay within the stone aura all day long. I ask Evan, he's like, yep, I'm fine with it. So battle bears are charging. Gang goes to 8. Your defense 10.
Correct.
And
jacks do not have the greatest defensive stats.
Here we go. Their POW 14 goes to 16 because of gang, and +2 because of cold stone aura is 18. So dice off 1 on the charge attacks. I think between all 6 attacks, I leave you on a few boxes or I kill you.
Oh no, this jack is super dead.
This is where I spike my die. Second bear spikes damage.
Crush this jack.
So this jack is just dead from my battle bear charging.
Yeah, he's super dead.
I'm like, sweet. I don't need to worry about it. I'm now measuring out other start ranges here. Rune Bear goes up. Harmonious is my caster. That's just basically, he's there all game. I'm going to do these champs. I'm thinking about it. Okay, how do I do this so I can overtake and get as many champions into the zone as possible? He has tough. It's not my takedown unit or my takedown theme, so...
Yeah, if this were Band of Heroes, this would be a much different game. But it's not, thankfully.
So now I need to... I'm at 7 because of the fell color. He did not go yet, so I need 6s to hit because you're defense 13 base.
Def 13.
Pretty good. As soon as I hit, you are armor 17.
These guys are 16 because they've mini-feated but not shield-walled.
Okay, so it's POW 12, POW 14 because of stone. So
they're toughing it.
So I'm able to kill 2 and overtake into the zone, which is perfect. So I got 1 champion in the zone. Takes a second shot, kills, doesn't tough. He's overtaking a little farther because I want this guy along the house to get in the zone as well.
Yeah.
So he toughs the first time, but we realize he doesn't have tough because he's not base with the guy anymore.
It's like he doesn't have anything to give him that.
One good thing about this unit that's facing the edge of the board is they're actually facing the edge of the board. Their arcs are not
they're
facing
basically
the champs.
on the same angle as the house. They're doing a little kind of a sideways thing, but not far enough that they're going to be seeing the champions.
So there's no way they can get charged the next turn on my champions, which is really good because they hurt. So now here we go. My bomber. Boost to hit the middle guy. Hits. I'm boosting damage on the 3 guys that he hits because I just want to clear as much as I can.
Yep. You do a good job of it.
I clear 2 of them. And now it's up to my Tuffalo to...
Yeah. 2 of them is basically the perfect number for you, because like if you don't want to commit any bears to them necessarily, you can kill them all with all of the ones in the zone, at least with long riders now.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get my long riders, so I'm measuring line of sight, see if I can get the back dude, and I'm hoping to impact this guy in front of me and have my charge follow up and kill the guy behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You have Ashen Veil?
Yes.
So I'm a mat 7. I go down to a 5. Or I guess I'm a 7. You go up to a...
You're mat 7, so
Yeah.
you go down to a 5.
Yeah.
And I'm defense 11.
So I need 6s. I hit an impact, kills. Hit the impact again, kill.
Charge attack.
This is a charge,
just
so it's
kills
3
that
dice.
guy.
So I kill. Evan was nice enough to let me run this one guy in I forgot about. Reap the 3 back, so that right now that zone is mine.
Yep, and bears are just going to clean up the rest.
Yes, so my battle bears are they ambush at 3. They're speed 7. They go to 10 with 1 inch reach, so they threat 14 off the side.
Bears being speed 7 is kind of terrifying.
A lot of people underestimate how far they threat into a zone from the side, or they underestimate how much they hit the power.
Yeah.
So my handler runs, so I can gang on this far one. My middle bear charges, gets both of them. And I realized I overcommitted to that one guy, but it doesn't really matter because I was hoping to kill them either way. So one bear took both of those guys out. So I control the bottom zone. Mission accomplished. My next plan. I'm measuring magic bullet. Every single time I bring the 4 widget out, it's a magic bullet. Where do I want to do it? How do I want to do it? I have my fell collar and Jarl left. I'm trying to figure out what do I do with these daughters in the back. I have 2 guys left. Can I kill? So my plan is fell collar is going to walk 6. I need 8s to hit. I get 3 in my spray, which is cool. But I need 8s to hit them. So I'm hoping to get 1 of them at least. I miss. I hit 1. I miss. So I kill the one I hit. Mission accomplished.
Triggers vengeance.
Yeah, he's like, this is vengeance now. I'm like, forgot about that part. So I'm like, cool. Jarl has to do some work here. So I found this is pretty neat. Jarl walks back, and it has 2 of them in his line of sight. So it has 2 pistols. 1 pistol is going to be magic bulleted, and I'm hoping I'm going to boost to hit it, and hopefully I kill at least 2 or 3 daughters with Jarl himself.
Mm-hmm. So the boost hits, kills 2.
So magic bullet kills the second one, and I'm like, okay, what do I do with my second one? You have 3 of them left. I'm worried about this trio of 4 guys in the middle of the zone charging Jarl and trying to kill him. That means he has a lot of work he still needs to do before he gets to me, but I am a little worried. Because my plan here was to magic bullet again, boost a hit, and camp 0. But if I camp 0, do I die in a game where I feel like I'm in command right now? So I decided to just boost my second hit on a girl and leave you with two of those daughters in the back.
Yep.
I feel like that was the right play in camp 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't have a chance of dying. So I boost a hit, I hit, I kill. I'm like, I'm camping 2. Feel comfortable in this position. I'm scoring 1. Over to you, Evan. Roll some fire checks.
So, 2 of the fire checks go out. 2 of them do not. 1 of them kills a man, and 1 of them toughs. So overall, out of 4 fire checks, 1 person dies. It's not bad. And now we are figuring the rest out. So I measure for vengeance if these guys can do the vengeance move and then be in threat range of the stone, and they can, which is pretty sweet. So I get to take the stone aura off the table for this turn. And not that it's really affecting a whole lot. It's been a very small stone aura all game.
Yeah, it's been 5 inches max so far, but it catches my battle bears and my caster and my bomber. I guess those are like important pieces right now. but not having that 18 armor on champions leaves the door open for them to like die.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mechanic moves up, repairs the Devout after he got shot from the magic bullet last turn. And took a couple points. And now I'm just going to try to figure out the rest of the turn. I obviously want to move that top unit into a position where they can be able to charge next turn. They're going to do the shield wall mini feat, be pretty damn durable against whatever happens to be able to hit them. And the other unit with Silence of Death is going to do as much damage to this unit of champions as it possibly can. Being POW 12 with the charges makes them a lot better than the POW 10s. And especially because that unit of champions is not going to be in the Stone Aura, it's only dice off 4s. Currently, this unit is charging some Long Riders. We managed to take one out and put a lot of damage in on the other one. Measuring to see if the Devout can get in. Not quite. Or the Vigilant. Vigilant also can't get into the bear handler up there, and he can't see the other bear, so he can't quite get into either of them either. So he doesn't really have a lot of options, so I'm just going to kind of move him up in a blocking sort of position so that the bears can't just charge my objective from where they are. They have to deal with this Arm 21 Light, which is maybe not the best use of their time. In terms of what Thyra's gonna do is she's gonna see what the rest of her turn looks like, but likely she's gonna go up, check a Stranglehold, try to make it harder for John to do things next turn, and then Gates of Death back to safety, because that's her entire shtick right now. I think about going up top and casting Carnage, but I think the bears in the bottom, near the bottom zone, that I have nothing to deal with them, need to be dealt with. And if I Stranglehold one of them, then they're not going to be able to kill my objective, which is a big problem for me.
So currently right now, Evan got about 6 charges on these champions. Some of them did not, some of them did.
Yeah, basically the unit goes in. Some guys got some charge bonuses and some did not.
I'm defense 14, you're
Matt 6s, doing a couple of CMAs, seeing what damage I can do.
You did 7 points on one charge, so I transferred it to the 2 guys out of the, Scaldy and another guy out of the zone. I want to keep as many guys healthy in the zone as possible so I don't lose that front line quickly.
Daughter's going to go in, going to charge the stone. Both of them are charging the stone, which is maybe a mistake, because what I can do here is, or what John can do here is I stab it, do anatomical, and then he can just leader promote instead of self-sacking, because if he self-sacks, I just repeatedly kill this stone until the entire unit's dead. But if he leader promotes, he can leader promote it to something that's out of my threat range, which is what he decides to do.
So he kills on one, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm going to leader promote, so now you have no guys, and there you go. My Stone Aura is only max of 6.
Yep, so I killed 2, because I managed to, I just decided to put a side attack into one other guy while I was at it. But now this unit in the top zone is going to do their turnaround and shield wall and mini feat.
So they're just setting up to try to, once again, stop anything from coming into the zone. Behind the house, there's a few guys along the edge there as well.
Yep, they're basically there so that the Fell Caller can't just run in.
And then also, basically for second line of defense from behind my champion or behind your front line. So right now, no one's scoring. You've contested all the things, but I feel you're still behind on the presence of board.
Yeah, so this Devout can't threat the Long Rider that has 2 boxes, so he's just going to hop to the other side of the objective, make it so that the bears just can't charge the objective.
Yeah, right now Evan just doesn't want to go down many more CPs, because if he goes down 2 or 3 more CPs on my turn, it'll be really hard for him to come back with the models left.
Yeah, especially because I have a huge presence in the top zone, but not at all anything in the bottom. My bottom flank has just kind of crumbled under 2 bombs and some bears, which is not great. So Thyra goes, hits a boosted Stranglehold, dice off 6, does no damage to the bear, so I do not get to Stranglehold the bear, so they're probably going to do a lot of damage to that Devout, which is not ideal. Not ideal.
Yeah, so it's power 11, stranglehold, armor 17. So he rolled a 6 exactly, which is kind of unfortunately for Evan because my battle bears are free. I got some fire checks to roll here. Fire goes out. I got a frenzy check. He doesn't frenzy. Everything's going well. Okay, here we go. What do I need to do? I want to clear this bottom stone so I could score. And I maybe want to kill the objective so I can get 2. But first things first, I need to figure out how to get these daughters in my face. So my fell collar gives my champions +2 to hit. And spray these chicks in the back. I need 6s now. I hit one and I missed the other one. Okay, his job's done. Next. The reason why I'm a little rushing here, because my first turn took about 25 minutes to set up the...
You're under 20 minutes on clock for sure at this point.
Yeah, I'm on turn 3. We're under 20 minutes. So my power goes to the back arc, walks around, boost a hit, kills it. Not a problem. Cool. Daughters are gone. Don't need to worry about them now. Next up, my stone will walk. I have 3 members in the unit. So currently I walk. I do +2 strength to make sure I can get my battle bears in the aura, because battle bears are going to do some damage here. They're both going to get charges on this arm 21 Jack, which I did not know it was 21 at the time.
He has 2 shields.
So it's just base 19 goes to 21.
Base 17.
I guess 2 shields.
2 shields.
No. Okay.
They're not bucklers.
Damn.
These are real shields.
I did not know this. So I'm like, okay, Evan, I want to charge. PAL 18s. I'm going to get all 3 guys charging at you. I hit. PAL 18, dice off 3. I do a bit of damage. I get 6. I get 7 attacks here total. I miss because your defense is
12.
12.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
you miss one of the attacks here.
So I miss one, which is, happens. Needing 4s, miss one with a 3. I'm doing some damage here. I'm looking if my handler gets gang.
It survives with about 4 or 5 boxes.
I think excuse me. He survives with 4 boxes because the next play here is Jarl.
Yep.
And he has Black Penny.
Yep.
So hopefully Jarl can finish this Jack off, or else I might be in some trouble here because I can lose my battle bears to this Jack.
You sure can't. It does not hit hard at all.
No, not at all, eh?
He has 2 shields, John.
Shield bash for PAL 14s. I don't know.
At this point, he has 1 shield, actually.
Okay, well, now
ripped one off.
He aims, hits, boosts damage, does some damage, aims, hits, boosts some damage again, kills it again.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Jack is done. I'm on 3 Fury, or 4 Fury. What do I do with this? Hey, why not cast an upkeep spell?
The first time you've cast spell that isn't Magic Bullet to this game.
I cast Quicken.
Yep.
No, I cast Magic Bullet.
Do you?
Yeah, I cast Magic Bullet.
Oh yeah, you cast it on the bomber.
On the bomber because I want to kill this
Never
mechanic.
mind. You didn't cast a spell that wasn't
damn,
Magic Bullet.
I thought about putting Quicken up, but all my shit has activated and needed it. So I'm like, cool. You shield guard it.
Objective, which I shield guard, and then you kill the mechanic, and then the devout takes some damage.
Reload, shoot the objective, hits.
You do 6 points.
Do 6 points to the objective in
So
total.
it's on 9 boxes left.
Cool. Not the best. I forgot he was a shield guard, but either way, you were within 4 of the mechanics, so I got the job done with Magic Bullet. I'm on 6 Fury, and I'm camping 2 though. That's a downside right now. So one of my beasts could frenzy, or maybe not frenzy. Who knows? So next up is my tough low. They're just going to walk.
Put some axes into some dudes.
Yeah, I'm trying to clear the zone. So like I got mount attack. Your defense is 13.
13.
So I need 6s. I hit. You don't tough it. I use my axe on this other guy. I miss. I use the second guy's axe on this far guy. You tough it. I use my mount. Try to kill this guy. I hit. I do not hit.
You did not hit.
So now I'm like,
So that's really kind of the strength of Temple Flame Guard in this theme, is that their chaff that hits above their class with an upkeep spell, and they sometimes just don't die.
So Fire Eater gets 4 guys in his spray.
Mm-hmm.
All back arc.
Yep.
Need 5s to hit.
Yep.
I hit them all. They're all on fire. PAL 12 toughs.
I make 3 tough checks.
Yeah.
And I make 2 chuff checks. The one guy doesn't die because he has boxes, and one guy dies.
Okay.
Again, this chaff unit is still standing.
So scoring this zone might be a problem for me now, which is actually really good for Evan. Because if I don't go up a couple CPs here, Evan's going to grind through my champions, and my champions might not be able to contest the top zone anymore. Like, my champions are hurting right now. Like, they've taken 9 points of damage, and like now you're going retaliatory and do more damage next turn. So my battle bears are going. You took a defensive strike?
I took a defensive strike against the handler to try to get rid of gang and to reduce their command range so that one of the bears would be out of command after this attack. But defensive strike never works, and I missed.
Which is lucky. I'm rolling on his vault. I'm doing some damage here. I think I kill it on the last attack.
Yep.
So my battle bear kills himself.
The other battle bear missed both his attacks.
Yeah, missed both of the attacks at map 6. When you don't have gang.
Sorry, he missed 2 of his attacks, and I think I toughed one.
Either way.
Yeah, it didn't. He didn't kill anything.
So now my champions are doing their thing, jamming this zone. I have 3 champions in the zone now. Matt's 9 because of the fell call.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
Pal 14 webmaster.
So if they hit, they kill. And it's all in on tough checks at this point for this unit.
Yeah, so I'm just every single time I move a model, it's overtake. Each model after they kill something, they can overtake. So I'm just kind of like making sure when I overtake, I'm still base to base. So I have 2 champs in the zone, base to base for sure. Scully kills, you tough. Scully hits, you don't tough. I overtake into the zone. And now I'm just killing the extra guy that's in the forest for this one champ. Kill this extra guy again, it's in the forest. And there we go. So I have 3 champs in the zone. They're all base to base. No one scores.
No one scores. All right. Well, I succeeded in preventing any scoring from happening on this turn. I roll some fire checks. One guy dies. One guy toughs. 2 guys tough. Still 2 models alive in that zone. So, the issue here is figuring out where exactly I can start to claw back in terms of points, because I'm down more than I'd like to be on attrition at this point. I've lost the entire unit of cleansers, and I've got one Temple Flame Guard member from the white and red unit left, and the full unit of black and gold. So the black and gold unit has to do a lot of work into these champions. They need to kill at least 3, 2 in Scaldy, because that's what's in the zone, and I want to clear this zone in order to actually score. So, and I want to also, maybe if I can, get Pyrrhus in on some trolls in order to get some nice Weapon Master action going in, but I'm not sure if that's going to be able to happen.
So right now, Evan rolled some damage to my tough flows in this bottom unit, and actually did no damage.
Yeah, I did no damage with the Temple Flame Guard. I tossed out another Stranglehold at the bear unit. Unfortunately, you toughed that one, so again, you're going to be able to activate both bears because they're both going to be in command range. Thyra dropped Silence of Death and put it back up on the black and gold unit. Camps nothing because Gates of Death is just going to mean I'm completely safe. And then the black unit goes and does a bunch of charges. And this is where I can really show off just how much damage these Temple Flame Guard can do once they get a charge. And typically against a list, I will be getting the alpha just thanks to my feet and having reach being speed 6, so I'll threat 13. Unfortunately, against John's list, the clouds really prevented me from doing that, as well as the speed 7 bears.
Speed 7, possible 8, and possible 10 with the Quicken.
Yeah, exactly. So, charging these champions, also running 2 guys all around the house to make sure that some champions that survive can't press as deep the next turn, because, again, the 2 in the back are likely going to survive because I'm not putting attacks into them. But if they want to go into the zone next turn, he's going to have to clear out some more tough no knockdown Temple Flame Guard, and he's going to have to rather take some free strikes, which are neither things that John wants to have to do. So, making some attacks. I managed to put enough damage in after these attacks that the one champion in the zone is on 2 boxes. I believe I kill the other one, and Scaldy also dies No, Scaldy lives on 1 box.
I don't know. Currently right now, you're making me like pass damage around because I don't want to give you the zone yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make sure I give you a champion that you're attacking that you have no more attacks. If I can leave him alive, then no matter what, I'm still in that zone.
Exactly.
Which is like my plan here. So I'm asking who's left, who's gone. And like he's doing combine, he's not doing combine. So it's like really. So as you can tell right now, like or like 3 or 4 charges, my champions are down to like 9 boxes total.
Yep, they've done a lot of damage.
And this full health champion, you just crank damage. I was like, well, I'm just going to kill him.
Yep.
It
happens. So I think I missed my last attack there.
Scaldy Tufts, actually.
Yeah. Pyrrhus is just trying to figure out what he wants to do. He can charge that bear, but I don't think that's going to be particularly useful to me because while I probably kill it, then I won't be in the zone and I won't be base-to-base with other Temple Flame Guards, so I won't be immune to non-magical attacks. And I want to be in the zone, and I want to be immune to the attacks because that just being there and being immune to all of those things makes it harder for you to clear models, and it makes it harder for you to be able to just get as deep into the zone as you want. And he's a weapon master. He's going to do a ton of damage when he goes in the next turn. I was hoping I could make a charge angle for him this turn, but it just didn't work out that way. So he's going to be there. He's on top of a proxy base because he's a ridiculous model. I Gates of Death far, far away. And that's the end of my turn. And now you're on your turn. You have less than 7 minutes
7
left.
minutes plus left, or like not even. Rolling frenzy checks. He kills my stone. My stone isn't tough. I promote it. I'm down to 2 models in my aura. I have no fire left, so that's pretty sweet. So it's gonna be pretty rushed. I already knew I was gonna do it ahead of time if you didn't kill it. We're all in command 9.
The Strangleheld knocked down troll does nothing.
Does nothing, but still in command. My battle bears killed 2 of the members of the bottom unit. Battle bears go up. I'm at 7. Hits, kills. I repo just to make sure I'm still in the zone, so I have a unit in the zone. So that's cool. I got 1 point. Currently, its score is still 1-0 at bottom of 4. So I'm like, okay, if I can kill this objective and score this middle zone, because I just have this objective, I scored 3, so it's 4-0. And as of right now, I don't think he has anything to contest my bottom zone. So my bomber goes, boost a hit, kills the objective, because I only had 9 boxes left. My caster goes up. Puts Quicken out. Woohoo! Upkeep.
Onto some bears.
Onto some bears. They're going to be fast bears. Currently speed 7 goes to 9. Then put tax dependency on myself. And Reaples 3 into the zone. Camping 1. I'm pretty sure I'm safe wherever the hell I go right now. Next up is my Stone Aura. It's going to walk 5. It's going to actually walk 6. So I got to pop the aura first. He walks 6. Gets my bears in the aura. Rolls a dice. Gets 2 back. Catches both bears. And my handler. So my bears want to go. This is funny. My bears go. They walk 10.
They walk a bunch
10.
to surround Paris.
Yep. I'm like, cool on 1. Try to kill this heavy duty solo. I hit.
Does
like,
nothing.
No damage. Oh, yeah.
Are you a magic bear? You're not a magic bear.
Cool. I'll kill this guy beside me. Hits. Kills it. Next guy will kill this guy. It's armor 17 unit. I do 0
not
damage.
Not even. He has no shield wall.
And I do 0 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, bears. Here we go. They didn't do anything, but they have Quicken out, guys.
Yep.
Champs go. They're just going to like walk up. I'm down to like
dig deep.
4 minutes right now. Just digging deep. We got 4 more in the zone. I wasn't sure this guy was engaging me, but Evan said he was, so I just kind of like brought him back and left him there. So I'm going to go and swing some attacks. If I hit, you're toughened because right now you don't have your mini fury or anything.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of walking around, toughing, hitting, killing shit. It's going fast right now because I'm down to like 2.5 minutes. I'm like, cool, okay, here we go. Fell collar's going to run, score the zone.
Well,
not scores and contest the zone.
More contesting.
This is a cool move here. I move a Fire Eater, and I walked my 1 Fire Eater around in between my champs to contest the zone. He has no way of getting to that Fire Eater that is actually in between the champs.
Yeah, not a chance.
So he can't really clear the zone. And my Fire Eater sprays around, puts them on fire, ends my turn. I score 3.
So right now, the score is 4-0 for John. I have
5.
no way of contesting the bottom zone, and I have more or less no way of contesting the middle zone. So at this point, we more or less say that's the game. Game's over. I'm definitely not getting out of this one. But for funsies, I'm going to charge Thyra into your unit of champions and do some damage. And we'll see how that goes, because Thyra does have some pretty great personal combat threat abilities. She has acrobatics overtake and is 2 POW 11 weapon master stabby stabs.
Parry.
With parry, yep. So she's just going to charge over this entire unit of Temple Flame Guard into some champions and have a go at it. Because why not? So she'll go, she'll make a stab and be like, wait, champions are high defense, we should cast Carnage. And then she'll miss another stab. And we'll basically call the game there, as you can watch Thyra go in and do her thing. Originally, I measured to the Fell Caller to see if she just wants to kill that. She is out by about half an inch, because she threats 10.5, because she has half-inch reach on her swords and is speed 7. But, yeah, so she goes there. Stab, stab.
Yeah, she stabs some champs. But going into this game, Evan, if I did not do that magic bullet, put you down to 2 boxes, and which means you had to play passive the rest of the game, or at least most of the game until you healed up.
Yep.
What is your plan going into the game?
So Carnage really helps against your champions. I hit way more attacks with my Mat 6 going to 8, and I'm pretty safe because I can just Gates of Death back. The other option for me, I cast some Strangleholds, make your bears do a lot less work, make your bomber do a lot less work, make Long Riders do a lot less work, and just put in some chip damage, which is really important against those heavy infantry type warrior models. And I attrition way better that way, because more of those champions are going to have more damage on them earlier in the game. I probably kill 2 instead of the 1 on that one turn. And it just keeps me in the game more, and she can threat personally more. She can go and kill a thing and then Gates of Death back as if it's sprint. She can go and Stranglehold your caster if your caster comes too close, maybe do a couple points to him. That kind of thing is a lot better in terms of how you want to play this list, because Thyra can do a lot of personal work in terms of Stranglehold, in terms of Carnage, just because Gates of Death makes her so survivable just on her own. Gates of Death being def 17 and having 14 armor with stealth is typically enough to just make you impossible to catch or kill on the table. Unfortunately, with Magic Bullet, it's only dice off 2, and he doesn't have to roll a hit.
Yeah, it just hits anything within 4.
Yeah.
So that's a battle report. Hope you guys like it. Hopefully those troll people that picked the list and picked the caster enjoyed the report and learned something from it. Hope you guys have a great day. This is John.
And this is Evan. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and remember to follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. We both have our own Twitter accounts if you're into that kind of thing. And I'm going to be at Adepticon at the end of the month, as well as Tim, and then we're both going to be, me, you, and Tim, are all going to be at the Southern Ontario Open, our local hometown convention, in the second weekend in April. It's going to be the 7th is, I believe, the first day, right? Yes?
I don't know. I honestly think
I believe it's the 7th.
Oh, now 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Dates are hard.
It's one of those weeks. We'll be there. If you're there, come say hi, as well as if you're at Adepticon. I'm going to try to organize some sort of kind of fan meetup for Adepticon, just because it's one of the shows we've never been to before, and I think that kind of thing is fun. If you guys know any cool locales in Chicago that would be fun to do that at near the convention hall, then let us know. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time.